Now, Way 31 Storm Tracker meteorologist Grace Anello with 31 Triple Doppler.
6:46 on your Tuesday, and 31 Triple Doppler showing a little bit of rain in the area. We're starting to see scattered showers continue to move east in southern Tennessee. Also looking at a little bit of rain throughout Lauderdale County, stretching throughout Franklin. A few pockets of rain are possible all throughout the day today, namely up until about 2-3 o'clock, but any rain is possible throughout the day. The difference is it's rain and storms, not severe weather. Yesterday we were looking at about half of us with a low-grade severe weather risk. New this morning, that's tracked west. It is barely touching Waterloo and Collinwood and Waynesboro, Tennessee. However, I am not expecting any severe weather today for the entire Tennessee Valley, right? I wouldn't bank on that area seeing severe weather. We could see a few pockets of rain and storms continue. I have updated my future radar outlook just within the last 10 minutes to account for some of this rain that doesn't quite seem like it wants to budge. It now looks like we are going to keep some of this rain with us throughout the early part of the day, maintaining right along the Alabama-Tennessee state line while many of the rest of us are dry. We will see that rain start to get out of the way in southern Tennessee by late afternoon. We could see a few pockets of drizzle, but the main takeaway here is most of us are staying dry, especially south of the Tennessee River, as well as we're not seeing severe weather today. Out the door this morning, temperatures are sitting right near 70, a mix of clouds and sun depending on where you call home, so not a bad time to take the dog on a walk. Our high temperature this afternoon, nearly 90 degrees. Let's talk about tomorrow. That's the most important day of the week weather-wise. We do have a level 1 out of 5 severe weather risk. It's in effect for all of us, and it's coming with multiple rounds of rain and storms all throughout the day. Now, our greatest threat tomorrow is gusty wind. Our second greatest threat is large hail. These two I am expecting to see tomorrow. However, there is also a small chance that we could see some brief tornadoes. Now, that is not our greatest threat, and that is not a license for you to freak out or get nervous or start getting scared. Again, it is a lower end threat, but here's what I will tell you. I told you there's multiple rounds. What happens after that first round of rain and storms tomorrow, how that impacts the atmospheric instability will determine whether this tornado chance goes up or down. So that's something we're going to continue to monitor. Again, though, I would not freak out. I would make sure you have ways to get warnings on your phone. Have your tornado plan in place, but recognize that both wind and hail are the greater threats of the day. Here's how it plays out. We start to see that line of rain and storms push into the shoals between 4:30 and 5 a.m. before the sun even rises. Crosses over I-65 at 6:30. So if you're heading to Post, if you're heading to Research Park, commuting on the corridor very early tomorrow, you may want to adjust the time you're heading out the door so that it's not when this cluster of storms is moving over. It makes its way into Sand Mountain by 8:30 and gets out of the way, but it's very quickly followed by round 2 just before lunchtime, stretching into southern Tennessee. That round, as it moves south and east, really intensifies. Take a look at this. 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, we are dominated with rain and storms, gusty wind, and some hail. It does start to fizzle out for us around dinner time. We do have 2 rounds of potential development in the Atlantic, south and east of San Juan. The greater chance of development is this eastern storm right here. That's something I'm watching. What you're seeing here is Major Hurricane Gabrielle tracking due east. It is not an issue for us. I will continue to update you on what I see in the Atlantic as well. I am tracking rain again Thursday morning before we dry out Friday and into the weekend.